So, follow-up video to my last one, I guess Sabbath part 2. I'm sure there are going to be people who will comment on the last video, hey, are you Seventh-day Adventist? Are you Messianic Jewish? No, I'm not. I just read the Bible. This is what the Bible says. God blessed that he rested from all his work. Reading my Bible here. And he blessed the seventh day and made it holy. Jesus rose from the dead on Sunday. Doesn't that make it a Christian Sabbath? Well, you go back and read the New Testament. Jesus and Paul are frequently in the synagogues on the Sabbath day. They don't stop adhering to what the law required, what the Torah required. And Jesus is often at the synagogue on Saturday. On the Sabbath, it makes no mention of him attending synagogue services on Sunday because they didn't do it then. Paul is frequently preaching the gospel to Jewish people in the synagogue on the Sabbath day. Now, did they recognize Sunday as the Lord's Day? Well, it was the day that Jesus rose from the dead, so they certainly commemorated that. That specific Sunday that Jesus rose from the dead was the festival of first fruits, Bikurim. And Jesus is the first fruits of our resurrection. That's what Paul talks about. So it's not that Saturday is like, hey, you can't worship on the day. Clearly, among Christianity, we do. But why do we do it? Well, from my studies, I've seen that the Roman Catholic Church is the one that instituted that. There was a purge from the church of anything that was remotely Jewish. And so they began to look for justification of worship, not on Shabbat, not on Sabbath, but to worship on Sunday, the day Jesus rose from the dead. So again, why did God take the day off? Was he tired? Was he worn out? Had he exhausted his energy? No, of course not. It was a model for us to follow, that we should do likewise. That 6 days we are human doing, but on Shabbat, on the Sabbath, we are a human being. We are loved not because of what we produce. We are loved on that day specifically just because of who we are and whose we are. So again, I strongly encourage you, if you're not observing a 24-hour time period where you take time off, you're cheating yourself and you are, as they say, burning the candle at both ends. I encourage you to take time off and rest. You will see a dramatic difference. Shabbat, taking the Sabbath, is our favorite day of the week, and I believe it will be yours as well.